Hi, I'm Dave, owner of Future Past Vintage Collectibles with my daughter Rachel.
Hello.
As we are every week bringing you comic content of all kinds.
Yes.
We're getting right into it today. We just did a live stream last week, and thanks for everyone who checked it out. It was a total surprise. We just popped on there. We didn't tell anyone we were doing it, and it was pretty fun.
And we didn't sell anything. It was just chatting.
Yeah, we were just talking comic books. We're going to do that probably at least once a month. Rachel had a book that she really wanted to talk about, but
in the live stream.
She forgot. So
I set it aside because I was so excited about it, and I completely forgot.
We're helping a friend out, Jeff, Golden Age Guru. If you can just put something right here, show people who he is.
People know.
Everyone knows. If you know us, you know him. He had a ton of books, and if you've been tracking, he bought a massive collection, and he's getting ready to sell some. And I told him when I saw him at the San Diego convention, if you need any help, I'd be glad for me and Rachel to help him grade some books, because I know that he's going through so many books, and that's something that we do every day, all day long. We grade books. So I told him we'd be happy to help, and what he did is dropped off some books that he asked us to grade, and Rachel's been going through these, and she found one, and she got really excited. I wanted her to show it to you.
Yes, so he gave us all Golden Age books to grade, which I don't typically grade Golden Age books, so I was really excited to be able to see a bunch of books that I'd never seen before.
All pre-code.
Yeah, there was some Silver Age, but it was mainly Golden Age pre-code books. So this is the book here that I didn't show last week. It's Superman 58. Besides it being a Golden Age Superman book, why is this book so special? Let me show you.
Yeah. You know, Rachel showed me this book, and it's high grade, by the way. I mean, for what it is, it has rusted staples.
Yeah, we tried to grade it.
If you back that out, though.
Like, the inside cover is a 9.2. Just the inside cover.
So sick.
So, yeah, anyway, I literally gasped. I gasped when I was grading this book and saw it. Jeff doesn't even know. So if he watches this video, this is the first time he'll see it.
Yeah. What I really like about the inside cover, and I hope I can illustrate it here, is the gloss.
It's so nice.
It's sick.
It's too bad you can't just rip off that top cover.
Well, you could. You still got rusted staples, though.
Yeah, it's rusted staples.
And they're not bad. They're not bleeding onto the book. There's a very small little piece of bleed on it.
Yeah, we're thinking it's an 8.0 with the double cover. Like, that's kind of what that we've graded it at, with the rusted staples. But an 8.0 of this?
Well, let's talk about how you grade a double cover. When you're grading a double cover book, you always grade the highest cover. So, which is typically the inside cover, because it's not getting touched and everything else. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if the book got a big crease, it would go through both covers, but the inside cover always seems to take less of a beating. So if you were to get a CGC double cover book, it will show only the grade for the highest graded cover. Mm-hmm. So that's why we would look at this as an 8.0, and that's very high grade for this era and this book. And
there's some stuff going on the back cover, which is why it got knocked down some from the inside cover, and then the rest, that's why we.
And one last point about this book, great book by the way, it has a big stamp on it right here.
I would say almost 50% of the books that he had us grade for him had that stamp on it.
Which I actually used to not like, and I really like them now. I think it's just a great part of the culture of comics.
It gives a little history.
This wasn't a collectible. Remember, people just read these. There are people who collected them, but the fact is that Superman was selling 1 million copies a month at that time.
But yeah, double cover.
So imagine how many people just got rid of them.
Yeah.
So there's other books that we picked up, and it was the cherry pick collection that we did a video on a few weeks back. Yeah, you put a scan up. This is Thor 337, first appearance of Beta Ray Bill, Walter Simonson cover. So I'm going through it, and then this showed up on the first page, which is the way we used to do it back then. And a couple things about signatures. Number one, it's a great signature. I love his signature, and he really stayed faithful to the way he signs. He wasn't in a hurry. It was probably at some convention in the 90s.
Well, it looks exactly like the signature on the front cover.
Yeah.
So that's how you really know.
Yeah, I mean, so am I going to slab this? No, I put it in my PC. I may sell it, but I'm having a really hard time because there's some books that I keep getting now, and I'm like, it's usually because of grade or something special about it. Super high grade books, and I'll show you one right now. Super high grade books, I just have a really difficult time letting go of, because I collect grade more than I do any series. If something's, near mint, I have a hard time letting it go sometimes. Here's another example, same collection.
This is Captain Atom 87.
Yeah, you can show the scan of that. What a nice book. And show the back cover, Rachel. So this book is 9/8 candidate. I got to figure out what to do with this crease in the bottom front right or left of the cover. Rachel will show that. I think I can press that out, but it might have the faintest color break there. That's the only defect on this book. Bone white pages. I look it up. It's 1,000. Last one sold for $1,000 in 9/8.
Wow.
I don't even know how many copies there are, but I bet you there's less than 5. So anyway, 1967, that hit my PC, and I'm like, nah, I can't keep everything. So Mike from Michigan, one of our subscribers, I bought some books from him, and love the books. I showed this book in our live stream, but we're just going to pop it in here. Thanks again, Mike. Love the collection. This right here is Teenage Romances number 45. It's low grade, but it presents fantastic, and one of the best Matt Baker covers. So we had talked about this book. He knew exactly what he had, and I knew what he had, and we were able to work something out. So I'm probably going to go ahead and get this submitted to CGC and hold on to it for a little bit.
And another book you'll hold on to.
For a little bit. It's really, I like my books a little higher grade than this, but it does sure presents nice.
Yeah.
You know? And the funny thing about this book, it says reissue of originals, and I think what that means is the stories, because it looks like it's a reprint. It's not. So this is postcode. You can tell it by how big the code symbol is, 1955. So another, I've been buying a lot of collections.
We've gotten, in the last month, like 4 collections?
Yep.
5?
Not enough. We buy collections.
We
Say something.
buying.
We buy collections.
Buy.
Please, if you want to sell books, try us. Just go ahead and reach out to us. We attempt to pay the most, and we're the nicest. Look
so
at
nice.
us.
Look
We're
how nice
so
we are.
nice.
Trying to convince them that we're nice.
Trying to convince myself that we are actually nice. We had bought another collection from another subscriber, and he was such a nice guy, such a pleasure to work with. And he goes, I'm going to throw a book in for you when you get this, and he threw this book in.
Our homie, Demon.
Yeah, and it's it's a really nice high mid-grade copy.
It has the clear back cover.
Yeah.
Thing.
Nice book. I really, it kind of made my day that he did that,
That's
and
awesome.
I thought it was really kind of special. But what I want to do is show some of the books I got in this, because they're all keys.
They're all keys.
They're all keys.
Some I'd never held before, so it's pretty exciting.
That is pretty exciting, and they're all graded.
Yes,
So,
they're all CGC graded.
want to start with a bang?
Let's start with a bang.
Okay, she's going to show on the screen.
This is XMen 94, 7-0, off-white pages from 1975. It is the new X-Men Begins, Sunfire Leaves, second appearance of Nightcrawler, Storm, Thunderbird, and Colossus. Gil Kane and Dave Cockrum cover. Up on the screen now.
Yeah, this is a book we all will like, I think.
It's a big one.
This is an older slab, too, so I'm looking at it, and it hasn't...
is?
Yeah.
Oh, because of the number.
You can tell by the number, right? So the slab case looks good. It's solid, but the number's older, so this would benefit from a press.
X-Men 120. This is the first appearance of Alpha Flight and Cameo. I have to read it on the back because it has one of these fancy labels. We've never had a fancy label like this.
Yeah, do you like it?
I don't really care about it.
I don't care.
It costs more to get it, and I just don't, it's not for me.
You know why I don't like them the most is when I do CGC books, it slows down the process. I'm trying to get the books back, so it's like I don't need.
Oh, because this is like an extra step.
It is.
Yeah.
So it now goes into a different stream, right? So I'm like, I don't feel like waiting another 2 weeks or month or whatever.
This is a 6.0 white pages, by the way. I didn't mention that.
Yeah, one great thing, and the reason I really liked buying these is there's a lot of mid-grade keys in here, which means they're affordable.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be selling some of these immediately. Actually, we're having a big claim sale right here tomorrow on YouTube. That is September 8th, 2023. And I have got tons of books.
Yes.
Now, our last sale 2 weeks ago was fantastic.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Every book. It was great. Did some really big discounting. Now I'm going to do the discounting up front, guys. You're going to love the prices that we have. And we specialize in high-grade bronze and copper books. So expect to see some near-mint mints. Expect to see some like near-mint pluses. Things you don't normally see on claim sales. All raw. We're going to have some keys. We're going to have some surprises. So if you haven't checked one out, check this one out. It'll give you a good idea of what we do.
It'll be at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on YouTube. I'm going to have a link down below that you can fill out if you plan on claiming something.
Yeah.
So fill that out if you haven't, and we'll see you there. Here's
Yeah, you're going to like it.
Here is X-Men 121, which is the first full appearance of Alpha Flight. It's a 5.5 white pages from 1979. Another one of those. It goes together, so it kind of makes sense that they both have the same label.
Yep.
The cameo in the first app. What If #1, 9 white pages, brief origin of Spider-Man and Fantastic Four, John Romita and Joe Sinnott cover.
Yeah, high-grade copy of this square-bound book. Glad to get this. I mean, I've had a lot of copies of this. I actually had a 9/8 of this at one point.
Is this square-bound?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that. It has a lot of pages.
Most of them, they're not all square-bound, but a lot of the What If series are square-bound books. This is one for the ages.
Conan the Barbarian, #1, 5/5, off-white to white pages, origin and first appearance of Conan, Barry Windsor Smith cover.
One of my favorite covers from the Bronze Age. I would say if I was going to start ranking top bronze covers, this would be in the top 10.
Yeah.
Top 10, yeah, because it's just Barry. I think it's Barry Windsor Smith's best cover.
You love him.
I love that cover. This is a book that's always in demand. Very popular book.
This is Daredevil #16 with a Spider-Man appearance.
Yeah.
First John Romita Spider-Man art and first appearance of the Masked Marauder. John Romita Frank Giacoya cover, 3/5, off-white white pages.
Yeah, I mean it's a low-grade copy of a very in-demand book.
Daredevil Spider-Man, that's
Yeah,
good.
that crossover is important.
This is PC, right?
I'm not selling that yet.
This is Daredevil 131, origin and first appearance of the new Bullseye, and it is a Frank Giacoya cover, 9/0, off-white white pages.
I've been looking for a high-grade copy of this for my PC, and this is I probably want to go higher grade than this, but super happy to have the first appearance of Bullseye always. I am a Bullseye fan. You give me a cover with Bullseye on it, I want it. So, yeah, this is a biggie.
It's a biggie.
It's a biggie, Ziggy. I was happy that this book was in there.
Detective Comics Facsimile Edition #27. So this is the reprint of the 1939 cover. It's a 9/8 white pages. I think this came out this is 2022.
Yeah, I'm happy to have it. I'll
cool.
just tuck it in. I mean, it's like, I probably wouldn't have slabbed it personally just because I'd want to look through it, but it's nice to conserve it, I guess. This is a big book.
We've shown this before. It's Hero for Hire #1, origin and first appearance of Luke Cage, John Romita and George Tuska cover, off-white white pages, 6/5.
Yep. Luke Cage, Hero for Hire. Picture box, Marvel, 20 center, #1. It has a lot going for it, and it's always in demand.
Iron Man #1 from 1968. Iron Man and Submariner #1. Story continued. Origin of Iron Man retold. Gene Colan 3.0. Off-white white pages.
Yeah. And we'll sell this. I probably will have this in our claim sale tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So expect this tomorrow.
Yeah, it's nice because it's nice to get an affordable version of that. I've owned one before. Never had a high-grade copy. Love this cover, by the way. This year, 1968, was the year that Marvel kind of turned everything on its ear with a bunch of #1s and a bunch of launches of series, and this was part of that. So before we continue, Rachel has bad allergies, and there's like a pile of tissues that it's growing over here. Every time we do a book, she's like, "Hold, please."
I gotta blow my nose.
Okay,
I'm dying.
away we go.
It's fine. Okay. This is Iron Man and Submariner #1 from 1968. Predates both Iron Man and Submariner #1. Whiplash and Destiny appearance. Gene Colan, Frank Giacoya and Everett cover, 7/0, off-white white pages.
Yeah, Gene Colan, by the way, is a great artist. He did a lot of interiors for Doctor Strange, and those interiors are just sick. So if you don't know about him, he was a big Western comic artist, and he did a lot of stuff in the 50s and 60s that was next level. So another important book from 68.
Justice League of America #9 from 1962. Origin of the Justice League of America. It's a Murphy Anderson cover, 4/0, off-white pages. Tree people!
Yeah, box 12 center. That means it just started the 12 cents, and it goes into a circle later. But that's a great book.
Cool. Marvel Premiere #15 from 1974. Origin and first appearance of Iron Fist. Gil Kane and Dick Giordano cover and art. It's a 7/5, off-white white pages.
Yeah, this is a must-have for any collector from this era that wants like first appearances. I had a 9/6 of this.
I know, I remember.
Yeah.
You had all the Iron Fist stuff.
You know what's bad? Sometimes you get books and you have to sell something, and I just decided that I was going to sell it. Now I regret it just that much.
This is Marvel Premiere 47. It is the Scott Lang becomes the new Ant-Man. Bob Layton cover, 9/4 white pages.
We've sold a lot of these.
We have.
Yeah.
We've had many copies of this. Not slab, though.
I had a raw near mint that we sold maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Sold immediately. Yeah.
It's a good one. Here is Marvel Spotlight number 32, Origin and First Appearance of Spider-Woman, Nick Fury appearance, Gil Kane cover, 7-0, off-white pages.
Yep.
We've sold many copies of this also.
Many. This is a good grade for someone who wants a slab of a first appearance, especially of Spider-Woman, that I have nothing else to say.
That's it. Spider-Woman. Thank you. Here is Moon Knight number 25. It's the origin and first appearance of Black Spectre. Bill Sienkiewicz cover, 96 white pages.
I like all the Bill Sienkiewicz covers he did for Moon Knight. I thought they were great. First time I went through them, I was really impressed with just the stark blacks like this cover.
There's an error variant of this. I saw whenever I was putting this in our software. There's there's a cover variant that has a white dot like right there, like an ink error.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, is this the one that has the ink error? It isn't, but it's cool. Here's Miss Marvel number 1 from 1977. First Carl Danvers is Miss Marvel. John Romita and Dick Giordano cover again. 80 white pages.
Yeah, we've been selling about one of these a week.
Yeah, we've had a lot of
we have a lot of copies of this.
Copies,
it's nice to have a slabbed one, but I typically sell them raw because people like the price when it's raw.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
Nova number 1 from 1976. Origin and first appearance of Nova. It's also the first appearance of Ginger J. It's a Joe Sinnott cover, 94 white pages.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah. There's people be hating on Nova. Nova's cool.
Not the number 1. The number 1 seems to be
the number 1's the one that
we have some really high-grade Novas, and people do not want to buy them.
They make fun of them.
Also, I'll just hold them.
Here's a good one. Micronauts number 1 from 1979. First appearance of Baron, Karza, and Bug. Dave Cockrum and Al Milgram cover. 9-8. Off-white white pages.
Yeah.
9-8.
This is great. Yep, there's a couple 9/8s in here. Here's another one.
Shogun Warriors number 1. Herb Trimpe and Al Milgram cover once again, and it's a 9-8. White pages.
Nice book. I have a lot of these raw. Nice to have a slab copy.
This is Special Marvel Edition number 15, which is the first appearance of Shang-Chi. It is another Jim Starlin and Milgram cover, 4-5, and off-white white pages.
Yep, affordable copy. This book was so hot for quite a while in 2021-22.
And now we're into the Star Wars. Star Wars number 1. Have you ever heard of it? It's part 1 of Star Wars A New Hope. Tom Palmer cover. This one's an 8-5 white pages, and it's just the standard newsstand center.
Yeah, so I'm not selling this. I just keep them. I mean, I have some really nice copies, and this is a lower grade one to me.
8-5, yeah.
By the way, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Huge. So I love every bit of content on Disney Plus. I watch it all. So yeah, this is a sentimental thing to me.
This is Star Wars number 2, parts 2 of Star Wars A New Hope. This is another Tom Palmer cover, 90 white pages.
Number 2 is a bit underrated because it does have some first appearances. I don't know why they don't put it on the label.
I think it's like the first
Obi-Wan,
Chewie.
First Chewie, first Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Or is this one the first Chewie?
They need to get their label game upped.
Because this is a newer one.
Talk. Yeah, they don't do it.
It should have it on here, yeah.
There's a lot of things that they don't put on Star Wars labels, and I think they're hating on Star Wars.
They hate on them. And it is like the first Obi-Wan Kenobi cameo or something like that. Star Wars number 3, part 3 of A New Hope, movie adaptation, Tom Palmer. This one's a 9-2, white pages. This is an old slab.
Yeah. Nice book.
Mm-hmm. Chewie looks like a monkey. Star Wars number 4. Another part 4 of Star Wars A New Hope, Death of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Spoiler alert. Frank Giacoya cover, 9-0, off-white white pages.
Obi-Wan's still alive.
I know. Not in this story.
I just watched his show at the beginning of the year. So here's what's interesting about Star Wars. You want to talk about comics that took a hit because of the comic boom of 2021. I was going through Star Wars, and I was hard-pressed to find one that hadn't gone down in 9.8, 300 to 500%. It's like this was $1,200, it's now $350. This was $1,500, now it's $450. So you want to talk about a series that really took it on the chin, Star Wars. Good news is, it says that. Go try to buy one. Go try to get one of those 9.8s for what it says, because a lot of people ended up paying that kind of money. I don't know about a lot of people, but there are people. And it's kind of hard. You don't take the loss until you sell it. Mm. So they don't want to admit defeat. And I think if you hold on to it for 15 to 20 years, it could get back there. Okay. That's a joke. You're supposed to laugh.
It was? That was a joke?
15 to 20 years?
I mean, that's kind of the comic game, isn't it?
That's the game.
You never know what's going to happen. I'm kind of like, I think I'm hallucinating right now because of how much my nose is swollen.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's what Rachel says.
That's what all the time. Star Wars number 5 from 1977. Part 5 of Star Wars A New Hope. Dave Cockrum, 90 white pages.
Yep.
Woo!
These are all affordable. Yeah,
I
mean, if you like Star Wars, this is a good grade, 90, to find that's affordable.
And then this is Star Wars number 6, and it is part 6, and it has Darth Vader on the cover, which is really cool.
Yes.
90 off-white white pages. Darthy Darth.
Is that his name?
Darthy Darth.
Okay.
That's what people call him on the streets.
We have, I think, two more. 2 good ones, though.
2 good ones, yeah. First up, we showed one of these on our live stream last week, too.
A raw copy.
Yes. Strange Tales 169, origin and first appearance of Brother Voodoo, first issue of Strange Tales since 68, John Romita cover, 50 off-white white pages.
Yeah, this is an important book. Glad to have another copy, and I will probably sell this very soon.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if we're going to sell it tomorrow, but you never know.
I have a few big keys for tomorrow. a few big ones, yeah.
And then final book, Submariner number 1, 1968. Story continued from Iron Man and Submariner number 1, origin of Submariner retold.
Yeah.
John Buscema and Saul Brodsky cover, 60 off-white white pages.
Yeah, fantastic cover. Love this book. I used to want to have a copy of this, and I don't know if it'd fit into what I'm collecting today.
I mean, you have one right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell that.
Yeah,
so when I sell them, I don't look at it like that. I'm like, that's not mine. That's for sale. That's how I do it.
Well, yeah, 60 is not your grade.
Rachel had put out. I showed these books in the past. Rachel had put these out, and I don't look at them. I don't go through my books. I'm too busy. But I looked at this wall. I'm like, oh, I really like those. And then I've shown this, and I've actually featured this. But come on, I mean, come on, it's so dope. So yeah, I really like these Ripleys. I used to just kind of brush by those because I used to read the paperbacks.
I have some of them still.
Yeah, when I was like 9, 10 years old, I was buying the paperbacks. I loved that form of writing where it was just little vignettes. Mm-hmm. So you open a page and there'd be 3 vignettes. This guy put a nail in his nose 56 years ago and it's still there. Do you, Ripley? I don't believe it. All right.
We love Ripley.
Anyway, we have live claim sales every Monday on Instagram. Don't miss them. They're fantastic, and we've been having a lot of fun.
And they're from 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just follow us over there, and you'll get notified.
On the Instagram.
Insta. And then we're doing our claim sale tomorrow here on YouTube at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to have a lot of books to show you guys. Make sure you fill out that form that's linked at the very top of the description if you haven't, and we can invoice you if you claim something.
Yep. That's all we have today.
We also do giveaways, so.
No, we have our giveaway is going to be on point tomorrow. Hey, I want to do a shout out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to do a shout out to Pop Comics. I've been watching this guy for a long time. He's actually been on our channel and has commented before. He did the best video, and could you put a link of it in our description?
I could put it right here if you want to watch it.
So what he did is he went on Whatnot and it took him a month, and he got 50 giveaways, and he went through and rated them. And it's really fascinating, especially if you sell books. And it's fascinating to me that there's 50 people selling books. I've never heard of 47 of them. It's like people are a dime a dozen now in terms of selling, but his rating system is pretty spot on. And Rachel was cracking me up because she started saying, well, I like that cover. No, I don't like that. And it's like, but it was really the packing we were watching.
Yeah, it was really helpful.
Because we ship a ton of stuff and our damage rate is so low. I mean, it's less than a fraction of 1%. Which is too much. So
if someone reaches out to us and says a book gets damaged, it hurts us internally because we that's not what we are about.
No, because we sell so much really high grade stuff, it matters to us.
So his video helped a lot. So thank you for how we should be packing our books.
And how everyone else is. So it's like we felt pretty good about how we're doing it, but we did pick up a couple things that we're going to try. If you haven't checked out Pops, he has a long form video style that is completely different than a lot of people. He'll go on a convention for 2 hours and show you what he's looking at. And sometimes it's like I just turn it on and watch. It'll be in the background.
Have it on in the background, yeah.
And so I'll look over there and that's and get to see what he likes and what he stops on, and he likes everything.
Yeah,
by the way,
he knows a lot too. But anyway, thank
really
you
knowledgeable
for
guy.
that video.
Really knowledgeable guy on artists. My goodness, on modern artists, the guy is knowledgeable. So check it out. Yeah.
But that's it today.
That's all we have. See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.